Hello guys, how's everybody doing? Guys, as you can see here from this trading history, this is a Gbpusd trading history, and this video is going to be a live trading video. Every single trade that I take, every single Gbpusd trade that I take is going to be circled in this trading history right here, as you'll able to see every single win and every single loss that I took as I took them live. So hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure if you do to like and subscribe and follow me on other social media as well, and good luck guys. Bitcoin as well, we're creating this hourly high right here. That's happening right there. And I've entered, however, I do believe that from a scalping perspective, what's going to happen is that the market is going to push through to the upside, take out this hourly high right here, touch this line right there, and then push through to the downside and take out the liquidity right here through to the downside. I've sent on Discord that I'm waiting for this low most probably to be taken. However, as a trade, as a scalp, I'm not willing to hold it all the way down into this area. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to just wait for the market to tap into this line right here and try to find some scalps and some trades through to the downside here. Now let's see how this goes. Now that we liquidated this side, the market is pushing through to the downside, and I'm expecting the market to break this low. As soon as it breaks this low, I'm going to be entering through to the downside to take all this liquidity right here. The reason why I'm waiting for this low to be taken, I usually enter at the top or something like that. However, the reason I'm waiting for this low right here to be taken is because I'm afraid that this push through to the downside right here is only a push to fill this imbalance and then push through to the upside. If that's the case, then I don't want to be on this trade, so I'm going to be waiting for the market to be actually pushing through right here and taking out this low, and then I'm going to enter at this low right here after it's been taken. Let's see how this goes. Here it is, the final entry right here. This is going to be my entry, and as soon as the market hits this point right here, I'm going to be triggered in as a sell stop, and I'm going to be targeting all this liquidity right here through to the downside. As you can see, we have this double bottom right there, we have this trend line right here through to the upside, and generally we have a lot of liquidity right there, even though on the 15 minutes time frame we can see it clearly right here. We have a double bottom, and we had a trend line right here through to the downside that I don't want to have a lot of lines on my screen. However, we had a trend line on the 15 minutes time frame right here through to the downside. It's been broken, and when this trend line has been broken, people would buy and place their stop losses below here. So this is a good area to target, because as you can see, I wrote here the trend line breakout as L's. Now right here, I'm willing to take partial profits and break even, and then this is going to be my trade generally. As I said, I want the market to take out this low right here. However, I'm not willing to actually hold my trade all the way down into this liquidity area, as I don't need to. So I'm going to be out as soon as the market hits this area right here. Now let's see how this goes, guys. As you can see here, BTC/USD just hit my profit right here a while ago. I'm going to be focusing on GBPUSD for the rest of this trading session, and we'll see how it goes. I just called out on Discord that I want to buy GBPUSD as soon as it hits this line right here. However, as you can see here, the market already is pushing through to the upside, and you guys might think that you just missed your entry. You might enter emotionally right here, place your stop loss just below here, for example, if you're entering on the 1 minute or 3 minutes time frame, or do all kind of weird stuff. For me, I'm sticking to my system. So even though this low didn't hit exactly this line right here where I exactly want to buy, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to wait for the market to take out this high right here. And as soon as it takes it out, I'm going to take a scalp through to the downside, through to this area, and then try to take another scalp from this area through to the upside. And let's see how this goes, guys. So this is my next GBPUSD, let's say, analysis right here, and as you can see, you adapt to the market. You don't just simply have a prediction and then you cry about it when it doesn't happen, or you react emotionally when it happens in another way. The market simply didn't tap into our area, so I'm looking at it as if this low right here needs to be liquidated. This is the hourly low of between 4 and 5 during London time, and I'm looking at it as a low that needs to be liquidated. Here on the 1 minute time frame, this high right there was broken. The market is pushing through to the upside, giving us no signal to entry. However, I will be entering right here, right there, so actually right now, and placing my stop loss just above here, and then I'm going to be targeting at least a 1 2 3. So as you can see, I don't need to target these lines right here that were my analysis in the beginning. All I need to target is a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. I don't need so much, guys. Don't be greedy for no reason. So this is going to be my entry here. Let's see how this goes, guys. As the push down into this area, I've taken partial profits right now and set my trade at break even. If the market makes it up through into this area right here, I'm going to be adding another sell right there, placing my stop loss above here and targeting this low right here, 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. So I'm going to have 2 trades open. If the market pushes through to the upside, then I'm going to lose this trade and this trade goes into break even. So no risk on this trade. However, if the market pushes up and pushes down, I win both of them. So let's see how this goes. Now, guys, unfortunately, the market didn't make it up to here. So I wasn't triggered on my second sell right here. I'm still in my first sell, waiting it to hit my target right here. However, as soon as Gbpusd hits my target right here and goes into this line right there, I'm going to be buying Gbpusd from there, right there. And I'm going to be targeting these highs right here. I want to target this double top above here. However, 1 to 3 risk reward ratio is enough for me, as I always say. So this is my next trade. You know that I bought Gbpusd from here. It went up to here. I've taken partial profits on this position. Right now I was triggered out of this buy by a small loss, and now as soon as this hits my target, it's going to be a big win for me. And then I'm going to try to take this buy up to here to try to take another win, and then I'll be done with Gbpusd. On top of these Gbpusd and Bitcoin trades, I'm going to be taking this gold buy as well. Now, as you can see here, the market is pushing through to the downside. I'm going to wait for the market to tackle this low right here for me to buy into this liquidity area right here. As you can see, we have huge liquidity right there. We have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touches, 5 touches of this line right there. And so a lot of stop losses above it. We have this push through to the downside, an order block left here. So as soon as the market touches this area, people are going to sell, place their stop losses above here. We also have this double top right there, stop losses above it. So we have a huge liquidity through to the upside. We also have this trend line forming right now that the market could be actually tapping into right now. So the market could push through to the upside, for example, tap into this trend line one last time before pushing through to the downside right here, tackle this low, and then push through to the upside and grab the liquidity above. So we'll see what happens. Either ways, I'm waiting for gold to just get this low right here, and then I'm going to enter and target this liquidity above here. I want 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio as usual. I don't need more, and then leave. Let's see how this goes. As you can see here, I finally will close this gold trade right now, and this is the first profitable trade for now. Now let's see what's happening with Gbpusd and Bitcoin. Gbpusd, as you can see here, pushed through to the upside. I'm waiting Gbpusd to tap into this area right here. I will take partial profits at this area and set my trade at break-even point, and then my target will be this area right here, as I told you before. Let's see how this goes. After doing a little bit of analysis, I just took partial profits. This trade now is at break-even point and it has no risk. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to sell Gbpusd from this area right here into this area right there. So if the market taps into this area and then pushes through to the downside, I'm going to be triggered out at this trade at break-even point, and then I'm going to take profits at this trade right here. So let's see how this goes. Now guys, as you know from my higher time frame analysis, I'm trying to target this area right here, trying to take out this low at least, and I'm just scalping the market. Like from the moment it got into here, I sold the market, then I tried to sell the market again at this area. However, it didn't get into here. I bought the market around here, closed some partials around here, and then the rest was triggered out. And then I bought the market here, took partial profits here. If the market goes down, I'm triggered out at break-even point. And if the market pushes through to the upside and taps into my area, I want to sell it into this area right here, and then I'll see what trades I get after the market pushes through this area right here, if I get any buys or any sells leading into this area right here. Let's see how this goes. Here I was able to grab some partial profits right here, and then the market melted through to the downside and is going to trigger my entry most probably. Now guys, as the market is going through to the downside, I'm going to wait the market to tag into this area right here, take the stop losses below it, and then retrace a little bit through to the upside, and then I'm going to be entering right here, right there, placing my stop loss just below the swing low right here. Let me just draw a line, placing my stop loss almost here like that, and then I'm going to be targeting 50% almost of this push right here through to the downside. So from here to here, 50%, this is almost going to be a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio trade. And then of course it depends from the price action as the market is going down into this area right here. If the market pushes down in certain ways, I'm going to be extending my TP to target liquidity through to the upside. For example, if it forms a trend line right here, then for example, let's say a double top around here, then of course I'm going to be extending my TP to take out the double top around here. However, as the market is pushing down right now and I have no information on how will it be pushing down, then I'm going to be trading the market from here into here. Now as the market is pushing through to the downside, to the upside right now as well, I'm going to add in another sell into this area. So the sell is going to be almost from there, right there, and then I'm going to be targeting my entry right here. So this is going to be my trades for GBPUSD. So I want the market to retrace a little bit, tag me in right here, push through to the downside into this area right here. I'll be out of this trade, and then I'll enter this trade, a little bit of a retracement, then I'll see if I can get an entry down into finally this area right here. Let's see how this goes. Guys, I just grabbed partial profits around this area right here at 1.55. I'm still waiting the market to just like a little bit. However, my phone is in my hand and I'm going to grab it either ways. So I just grabbed partial profits. I'm not going to trail my stop loss to break even because there's a chance that the market pushes through to the upside, it grabs this double top right here and then pushes through to the downside. And if the market does that, I still want to be on this move through to the downside. Now if the market pushes through to the upside and grabs my stop loss right here, I'm going to have I've taken 1.55 R right here, half of it because partial profits. So if it hits my stop loss, I'm still going to be in a profit on this trade. So it really doesn't matter. So let's see how this goes. So guys, as you can see here, I can't really talk, so this is a voiceover. So what's happening here is that the market pushed through to the upside, and the position that I just showed you before, the $8 profit, is actually me taking partial profits and then the market hitting my stop loss. So I got out at like a small $8 profit. However, right now, after the market has taken the liquidity through to the upside, remember that my initial analysis on the 15 minutes time frame is to simply target the lows to the downside. So I'm taking another sell here after the market targeted the liquidity through to the upside, and after we have something like a 3-drive pattern through to the upside if you look at it. So I'm going to be taking right here a sell and targeting this area right here. I'm just going to show you, by the way, where my partial profits area is going to be. So my partial profits area is going to be right at this point right here where I'm writing the text that I'm going to take partial profits and put my trade at break even at this point. So guys, I just closed this trade here, as you can see, sell profit right here with partials and everything, and now I'm waiting for the one below. However, it doesn't happen, so I'm not going to bother explaining the trade to the downside because the market will just push through to the upside. So let's go to the next clip. Now guys, I'm going to talk about that sell here through to the upside. Guys, as you can see, my general direction of the market is for it to go down into the area through to the downside. So I'm trying to sell the market here after it takes this trend line through to the upside that was just formed as the market pushed through to the downside. And as you can see where the line is exactly where my entry is, we have a double top. So I'm trying to target this double top as well and then push the market through to the downside, and I'm protecting myself with a higher stop loss here. However, unfortunately, I forgot to delete this order before I sleep and it cost me $200. This is the next day on GBPUSD, and as you can see here, the market pushed through to the upside, liquidated this area around here, then pushed through to the downside, liquidated this area around here, and then retraced a little bit, as I told you. Now, I will go through to the 1 minute time frame again and try to place some scalps just to make up for the scalps that I missed yesterday, and we'll see how that goes. So for my first scalp right here, I'm going to be selling around this area, and my stop loss is going to be just above here, and then I'm going to be targeting, let me check, the 50% area of this push right here through to the upside, right there. Then I'm going to be targeting this 1 to 3 right here, and we'll see how that goes, guys. Let's go. See the liquidity right here through to the downside as I enter, because I didn't explain this trade. We can see the liquidity right here through to the downside. We have a double bottom here. The market pushed through to the upside impulsively, left this order block right here. So there's a huge stop losses below here. We have these imbalances, also this order block right here that people are going to buy, place their stop losses below here. And so we have a huge liquidity through to the downside. And as you can see here through to the upside, what happened is the market impulsed through to the upside right here and grabbed this double top right there, and then it started pushing right here through to the downside. So I expect the market to continue through to the downside after grabbing the liquidity to the upside and now creating liquidity to the downside. So I think the market will go down at least and liquidate those traders where I'm going to take profits. Let's see how this goes. I'll expect a small retracement from here through to the upside, so I'm going to be buying around this area right here, right there, and just for a small retracement. So let me see the 50% area of the market if it pushed down to here. So my target is going to be almost here as a 1 to 5, and I'll see the price action, by the way, through to the downside to determine what liquidity is going to be grabbed to the upside, to then decide if I extend my TP or I decrease it or something like that. We'll see how that goes, guys. However, my next entry is going to be this area right here, and we'll see how that goes. I just took partial profits of this position right here through to the downside, and now I'm going to see if the market will go through to the upside, trigger me at break-even point, or simply continue through to the downside into this area right here where I will be buying, as I said before. Let's see how this goes. Here, profits were grabbed, and now I'm waiting for the market to hit this area right here to see how that goes. If the market hits this area, then this is going to be my last buy for this video, and then I'm going to end the video there. And if the market goes to the upside, looks like it's hitting. My phone is in my hand and I'm waiting to press buy. I didn't put it as a buy limit, I don't know why. So I'm just waiting for the market to hit this area now, and then this will be my last trade. If the market hits my stop loss, then that's a bummer for my last trade. However, I hope this goes well. I'm afraid of this liquidity right here, this double bottom right here. I'm afraid that there's stop loss below it and they might be targeted. However, I'm trusting my analysis that at least we'll get a small retracement from here where I want to capitalize. Now let's see how this goes, guys. Just got triggered, excited to see how that goes. It doesn't look well, to be honest. We'll see how that goes. However, it doesn't look like it's going to go well. No, it's not going to go too well. That last trade was that the market already did a 3 drive pattern, 1, 2, 3, and I should have waited for the market to grab this low right here. Now, I didn't see it because I was too focused on this area right here. So I'm going to wait for the market to just take out this low. Then I'm going to buy here and target at least half of it. I'm buying Gbpusd right here. It didn't sit right with me that my last trade of the video was actually a loss. I reanalyzed the market and I thought to myself, why not end the video with a good trade? Maybe let's see how that goes, or maybe an additional loss. So we have a 3 drives pattern right here, 1, 2, 3, where the market reversed. And usually when the market reverses from a 3 drive pattern, it actually reverses to grab the low, and it did. It grabbed the low, so I was looking for an entry right here, and I just saw the momentum of the market push through to the upside, and I entered right here, and the market is pushing through to the upside right now. I'm targeting at least 50% of this move in case the market wants to retrace and then push down from there. So I'm targeting 50% of it. If I take this right there, I'll see this 50%, and I decided to target the high of this candlestick right here. And let's see how this goes, guys. Gbpusd profits done, and now I can leave in peace since my last trade is actually in profits. And guys, the history of those Gbpusd trades only is going to be on the screen, because I know that is wild, and I know that some of you are going to start coming up with some stories and stuff like that. So I'm putting the history on the screen. As you can see, from Gbpusd alone, I've made $3,219, and if I wouldn't take that sell that I didn't mean to take, that I forgot to delete, it would have been $3,400. This is a $50,000 account that I'm trading, so actually 3,400 is actually, let me just calculate it here, is actually 6.8% from GBP USD alone. Now guys, I'll see you in the next video. I'll do a Q&A session almost daily on Instagram, so feel free to join in if you'd like to ask me anything at all. Have a great day guys, and good luck.